Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia. I hope you're all coping with self-isolation. I have finally finished this journal that I've been working on for nearly a month due to a shoulder injury. It's a design team project for Calico Collage and features her beautiful kit called One Fine Day. And the cover is a soft cover based on Kraftex, and I have layered up lots of vintage pieces. There's an old doily, some beautiful cotton lace, bits of lace clothing, and all around the edges here I've used various laces to finish it off. On the front, the feature piece is this beautiful piece of vintage embroidery. So it measures about 4 3/4 by 7.5, and the spine is just under 2 inches. Part of an old vintage bracelet as a charm dangle there, which can be removed. So seam binding closure, and I just love the way that color goes with the embroidery, and also the way it picks up the color from the kit. These are beautiful papers. I really love working with this kit. All of the details for the things that I've used are in the description box, because there is the kit for the journal itself and several matching add-ons. So I did tea dye lightly the pages that I've used, and I've gone for a very vintage feel. So lots of lace, lots of collaging, and this beautiful big pocket here, which is made from lace, has this library pocket which comes in the kit. I've put that onto some manila envelope, and there's the little library card that goes in there. This is one of the add-ons that I've used, these gorgeous flashcards. There were also stamps, and I've used them in various ways throughout. This one I've just added to a little piece of paper as a little flip out to write on. This is just a little scrappy piece, and I've added an eyelet there and tied on lots of really cute little tags. Some of them have been stamped. And this is a little envelope die that I have, and I've opened it up at the top there and the side and popped in some paper, and it looks like a little letter that's been opened and then saved. So very scrappy, very vintage, and I just pop that in there and hold it in place with a little paper clip. So up the top here, this is actually part of this vintage doily, and I've used that throughout. I did also use, as a contrast, copies of some beautiful vintage French stationery or ephemera or brocante that was sent to me by my friend Fabienne. Thank you, Fabienne. I have used several elements throughout this journal, and I really appreciate that you've sent them to me. So this one, I created a little pocket down here using an offcut, and then decorated with a little piece of paper doily and the flower that's provided as ephemera in the kit. I've popped in this gorgeous little commercial envelope, and this is one of the beautiful postcard ephemera pieces provided in the kit. A couple of the little stamps that I've mentioned, and they just pop in there, and then this little commercial ticket, just that little bit of colour. Up here I've got an eyelet, and I've placed a little tag that I've created from a banner that's provided. I just resized it, and a little pearl dangle on a garment pin. So here I've created a little tuck with a little piece of lace and a paper doily down the bottom to hold it in place. This is also one of a set from Norella's shop, and it's called Flowered Maidens, and I've used that throughout. These little sayings are a freebie that Norella provided to her design team at the end of last year, and I've used those too. I kind of these little ladies definitely reminded me of gypsies, and I've kind of used that as a bit of a theme with the birds. So love this page. I've used a corner punch here, just a little bit of collaging up there. You can see the beautiful tea dyeing here. Stapled some little pieces onto there. There's a little bit of stamping. This is a Finnebar stamp, and I used 2 different Finnebar sets and also a script stamp in here. Stapled some little lace pieces up there. Here I used a little offcut to decorate again, and some of those gorgeous little stamps. Vintage music paper, which I've decorated. I tied these together by using every little scrap that I had from the pages that I was cutting up for various reasons, and then I used a stamp over that. So all my little scraps were used up in this one. This is also another ephemera set that matches One Fine Day, and it's these gorgeous bingo cards. Here I created a shaker card with some gorgeous sequins in it, and did a little bit of collaging down here. And the back of that I've created a pocket and put this little card that I made by resizing one of the journal pages in the kit, and then I've stamped that with the word postcard. So this is another of the vintage French pages that were provided to me by Fabienne, and I've copied that, made a little pocket on the back. So a little ATC card from the kit and a stamped image. Another of the Finnebar stamps and a little bit of lace collaging. These are gorgeous French dictionary pages. Here I fussy cut from one of the pages a decoration, and I've popped a little paper doily behind the bird to give it some rigidity and act as a little tuck spot. And that's a French letter that I've copied onto parchment and tucked into there. This page I have double printed and then cut out the little pocket. Here I made a large tag using one of the pages. I've just fussy cut the image that I wanted in the shape of a large tag, and then backed that with manila folder and just added some lace and some little tickets on a garment pin. I use these pockets several times. I really like them. So these are actually large tags that are provided, and I've printed them onto A5 because I wanted some smaller tags. I like to use up as many parts of the kit as I can when I get one, but you don't just have to use them as pages. You can do all sorts of little things. So here's a little pocket that I've created out of some baking paper by sewing that. You can't glue baking paper because it is coated with something to make it non-stick, which is why we use it for baking. Again, some collaging and stamping. Another little pocket with some created from an offcut. There's a little bit of washi, a little bit of a die cut there, and then decorated with the flowers. Tim Holtz ticket stamps and die cuts. I've used those throughout. Just contributing to that vintage feel. So here, little piece of scrap paper. I've decorated it with a stamp and a little piece of a paper doily, a little offcut. I haven't thrown anything out. I've used everything in this one. Again, another one of the Tim Holtz stamps and die cuts. I've been really trying to use up my stamps because I have lots of beautiful ones, and you know, you just never use them enough. So really making a determined effort, and I really love how that's come out. So here, fussy cut piece from a page, paper doily as a pocket, another one of those really cute bingo cards, one of the flowered maidens backed on to the vintage music paper and sewn around, and then another couple of tags that are provided in the kit. So that's the end of my first signature. Love this page. Just that collaging is just beautiful. Here I created a side pocket by using vintage music paper and then a piece of tea-dyed paper that I stamped. and then decorated with various little bits and pieces, one of the stamps and a little sentiment. So this is a little booklet, and again, lots of collaging, and the stamp and the card are from the set, and then just other bits and pieces on the top of that, and sewn down, sewn on my machine to make a little booklet. So again, decorating with the paper doily and the flower from the kit. Another one of the, this is the other large tag that I made from the page. So printed out full size, but then just selected the part I wanted as a card and backed it onto manila folder. This is a little ephemera piece that is provided, and I use that as a decoration. There's a gorgeous pocket that I made by fussy cutting one of the pages, and a little commercial piece. I love the colour of the craft paper against that. And here, another little flip from some lace net and stamping. Little pocket, sewing that on, that's parchment paper as well. A couple of little ephemera pieces. Here I used one of the flowered maidens to decorate a vintage music page, and then used lace and little offcuts. Do what you love to do is the sentiment. In the back is another little pocket and another little offcut that I've turned into a booklet. Love this doily, and I've just really used it there as decoration. A little stamp down there, and it says dare to spread your wings. Another pocket, and that's the other side of that one, that page that I printed onto A5 and then turned into a large card. This is actually one of the pages from the kit, and I didn't end up using it, so I've used it in various ways throughout the journal. Love that card, that's so pretty. Little stamped piece. And this again is some of that page that I've turned into an envelope with a die that I have, and then just stamped an address on the front of it. Here I double printed and made that into a pocket. Put the tag in there, a little bit of decoration down the bottom. Love this stamp, it's so beautiful. Don't forget to fly. So, and then these little bubbles that echo the bubbles here. So that's beautiful Finnabar stamp. And down here, never stop chasing your dreams, the little sentiment. Here again, another pocket. This is a page that I've fussy cut to decorate that, and that's actually a tuck spot. One of the flowered maidens, and another postcard that's provided, and this is a copied French letter. Once again, little off-cut piece, and it just makes a really, really nice little pop of colour. One of the Tim Holtz stamped tickets, and a beautiful card from the art kit. Another one of the bingo cards, and a couple of other tags. This one is, I've just cut that down from a page and then stuck another little fussy cut piece onto there as well. So it just makes them very individual. Use up all your little offcuts. I love the colours in this one. Look at those gorgeous birds. And like I said, I'm bringing in little torn up scrap pieces of those leftover bits from when I fussy cut, and that kind of just ties it all together. So I've used one of the stamps here, and then some of the Tim Holtz correspondence stamps. There, another little tuck spot. So this is one of those corners, and I've actually just cut it down and then popped in some pieces. So this was left over from a page, and I've just fussy cut it and backed it with some cardstock to make it firmer, and I love the way it pokes out there, just so cute. another pocket, and you can see that's part of that page that I mentioned before. And here I had a leftover bit, and so I tore it down there and made a little flip. Just part of a stamp, and then one of the decorative stamps from the matching set to this. A belly band made with some beautiful cotton lace. So this is a page, and I've printed that on A5, stamped it, and then added in some scrappy bits and sewn it down there to make a booklet. And there we have it. My One Fine Day journal, vintage. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section and I will get back to you. Really hope that you're safe and well, and hopefully have another video for you soon.